Okay. Kitties are having treats, and we're doing farm sim. So the last time we were here, I planted my soybeans in all 3 fields, and I don't remember what else I did, but I played a bit over the weekend, because I was feeling like I wasn't progressing fast enough on stream, and I felt the itch to play. So, I did some missions, and I got a little bit of silage. A little bit. A little bit. There's a lot of fucking silage here, basically. I don't know how much, but it's a lot. So I ran into the issue. There's a bug in the game where the missions don't like to reset properly. So when I was dead set on doing missions over the weekend, it was basically like a dozen or so cultivating jobs and like 2 plowing jobs, because these farmers are never working their fields. These jobs are never getting done, so they're never getting to the harvest phase. So I figured, what the hell? I'm itching to do it, so I'll just do a whole bunch of cultivator jobs, and then the silage jobs came up for pretty much this entire section of fields here. The only one that wasn't ready was 18, because we'd already done that previously. So every single one of these other grass fields came up to do silage, as well as 71, the really, really, really big field. So that's where this is all field 71. This is like what was left over. So yeah, I understand why they said that they are planning on reducing the output from missions, because this is silly. This is probably, I don't know, 200,000 worth of silage left over. And from all the missions that I did, let's take a look at this. This is literally all in today's game day, so June. I have $169,000 from contracts. It's crazy. I did spend 12 grand in fertilizer costs. So just to give perspective of how much I ended up doing, I spent $1,100 in fuel costs. Now, I don't typically fuel up for multiple years in game, so yeah, $1,100 in fuel costs doesn't seem like much, but it's a ton. Also, vehicle leasing costs. Don't worry about that. That's fine. $4,000 in worker wages. So yeah, money has happened. On top of that, this poor tractor here. Let's push this button. At the bottom center, where you can see where it says attached to whatever, it says 6%, 8%, and 0%. I don't know what the 0% is. I think that might be paint. I'm not positive. But the 6% is the current wear, and the 8% is this lovely feature called long-term damage that is not listed anywhere in the game ever for any reason. It's not visible to anything except for a mod. And this is basically the long-term unrepairable damage to the tractor, where they start degrading too far to be useful. So this tractor has been through hell and back. I used it for all of those jobs. It's been beat to hell. It's been worn out. It's still functional, it still works, but it is a little bit slow on the uptake. So what that means is that I'm going to need a new tractor sooner than later. So that extra money that I got from all those contracts is probably going to go towards that. I'm also updating my game title right now. So this tractor does work. It is functional. I don't know for sure if anywhere tells me how functional it is. So this 6% is the current wear. Again, there's nowhere that lists that 8%, but basically this tractor has been worn out, very heavily worn out. It's still going to be a perfectly viable tractor for the field, or for working around the yard or whatever, but it's not going to be as effective pulling various things. Yeah, I think that 0% was the paint condition. So let's repair it, just to get it back up and functional. It still has some value to it. It's still, you know, worth keeping around. And if I really wanted to, I could crank up its engine power and make it even more useful for the long term. But I'm not sure if I want to fit more money into this thing. It'll be fine. Gizmo, are you done yet? No, he's not done yet. Okay. In addition, this field previously was barley. I harvested that, and then I replanted with oilseed radish, so it's going to get fertilized. So I think I wanted to cover all of this stuff that I did before I go on to the next day. Because, yeah, lots of stuff. Gizmo's done, finally. Hello, I am back. So barley's for the chickens. We have some honey, but again, not really worth selling until March. We have a whole bunch of silage that's not going to be ready to sell until January. Other than that, I think we're mostly empty. November for eggs, but I don't have much of that. So let's go ahead to the next day. Oh, also, the contracts. No contracts available. I did them all. I even have a refresh contracts button. That doesn't do anything. Wait! I mashed it enough and finally did something. I'm not going to do it, because I'm tired of contracts at the moment. But that contracts refresh button is supposed to take a look at the current state of the fields and see what the next step is. So if they need fertilizing after they've planted, whatever. And that's how I got a lot of those contracts. So we're going to see how the contracts behave now that I've completed all those pending cultivating jobs. Let's go to the next day. We're going to go to July. Alright. Oh, another thing that I did was updated my fertilizer. Because the previous one had like 700 capacity, and it wasn't enough for any field that I wanted to do. So I just updated it to a slightly bigger one, just unleashed the other one, leased this one instead. It's fine. This needs to be cultivated in, so we can do that quick. This cultivator got a lot of work as well, but it's only 78% damage, so it's doing just fine. Whoops. Almost didn't do that right. It's fine. Now, let's hope I split those evenly. I think I did. Yes, indeed, Minecraft. I was bouncing off zombies, now I'm bouncing off of soybeans. Yeah, easy to mix them up. My title should be updated. Hooray! That panned out well. Okay. Alright, what's next? So 44 is fresh and ready to go. Mulched. Double fertilized on all of my fields. This is good. No weeds, also good. Okay. So let's see. Wheat, barley, canola, and oats are ready to harvest. Looks like we're not going to be able to harvest for another 3 months. Not much else to do at the moment. Not much else to do at the moment. So, since I have a big wad of cash, I could potentially buy, I think it was 50 that I was looking to buy. That's going to cost me 114,000. Give me a nice bigger field to work with. So that could be a thing. Let's also check sales. We have forestry machine. We have a fairly sizable tractor, but I can't afford it. We have a moderately small baler, and we have the water thing. Okay, nothing fantastic for sale. I think that field might be good. What did they plant in that field? Nothing. That field is not planted. It is currently cultivated, full of weeds, not fertilized. It does not need plowing or lime or rolling. It's full of stones, but that's fine. We can fix that. Howdy, smooth agent. Welcome. All right, I think I'm gonna buy 50 because that feels like the next best one to do. 49 and 48, I kind of want those, but they're kind of not easy to work with, so I might wait and buy them when I want to do something with land instead of farming it. So like if I need to place placeables or do animals or something like that, I think those would be good fields for those, but they're not really great fields for farming themselves. So I think 50 is a good one to buy next. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I did the thing. Now we gotta go do something with 50. I think we need to go seed it with oilseed radish. Let's do that. This little tractor here, by the way, it's a 100 horsepower tractor, and it was able to pull both the cultivator and the weeder just fine. So those things require like 180 horsepower. This thing's a little bit of a beast. I like it. The weekend was just fine. I like the weekend. Weekend's good. Now, the question is, will this let me seed with all those weeds in the way, and will they cause problems? Or will they just get wiped out? Weekend too short, demand a refund. That's fair. Okay, we're still on oil seed, so just on and go. There we go. Yep, looks like it's working just fine. Alright, I'm going to throw a worker on that. Let that go for a little while, because that's going to take quite some time to plant. Yes, Trix, how is baby doing? Which thing was that, Smooth Agent? We have a harvest. Wheat in 41, you say? Wheat in 41. Alright, let's do it. We'll accept it. I'll use my own thingy for that. Oh, also tabbing through my tractors now. Only the tractors. I have set it up so that my pickup and my harvester are parked, so I can't tab to them unless I need them. Makes tabbing stuff a little bit easier. Oh, good. Here's hoping. Here's hoping baby pulls through just fine. If she's playing though, that's good. Alright, I think I might need to do a couple rows of header on this thing. Oh, you're collecting all of the everything in Gen Z. Oh dear. Did you finish? Are you done? Alright, so we're supposedly going to be able to drop a straw swath and collect it from this mission to keep. So that'd be kind of nice. Let's do it. While that goes, let me get some music going. Good enough for a straw swath. Good, good. You just need one last achievement and you're done? Oh my. That's quite the dedication. Because there was a lot of space in that place. There was a lot of space, a lot of things to pick up, a lot of things to find. So, bravo. You know what, for the sake of multitasking, maybe I should do that cultivating too. No, that's only 543 bucks. That's not even worth the trip to get there. That's field 3 all the way up here. So far away. You want a cookie after you're done? I mean, I can give you a virtual cookie. Oh, hey, we're almost full already. Alright. So 2 top swaths and 2 side swaths was enough to fill this thing. We're gonna have like 4 or 5 loads, I think. Go take care of that now. So this might be a perfect time to try out my new trailer. I haven't tried this out. I don't know how it drives. I don't think I've even figured out if I can drive it with this tractor or not. You know, this is not the best parking job for this thing. But I did it. This thing needs some repairs. And supposedly it has a negative effect. So if you look at the bottom there, tractor shows in white and the Flegel trailer shows in yellow. Supposedly it only shows in a color other than white if there is a negative impact. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this for repairs then. Just in case that negative impact happens to be a loss of crops or something like that. So that would be bad. Perfect. Done. Oh, hi, tractor. Car. Car is the word I'm looking for. Oh dear. This almost doesn't fit. I'll take all of your grains though. Yeah, if I ever feel the need to go 100% on a game, I'll usually end up going for a guide because I don't have the patience to wander around aimlessly hoping to find the thing. so you're still coming along. So I think on bigger fields, I might need a bigger seeder. Otherwise, I might need to do regular. Fertilizing, and that might be where I need to start getting into other natural fertilizers, digestate, or animal leftovers, stuff like that. So maybe we need to get something like, I don't know, sheep do slurry? I know pigs do, but pigs are kind of a pain in the ass to feed. Cows are alright with enough grass and silage, but cows, I believe, require a $250,000 shelter to be able to get manure out of them. Not sure about sheep. We're plodding along. I'm curious how fast this thing can go. It can go full speed. Got it. So this is the speed limit mod that lets us go as fast as the machine has horsepower to go. And this is where I was thinking I might want to use this, depending on the job. Just because it goes a whole hell of a lot faster. It's kind of sort of cheaty, but kind of sort of not. Because you still need the vehicle to have the power to run it. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we want to get things done quickly, or do we want to get things done correctly? Because I'm currently able to do this harvesting job literally twice as fast. Go a little bit slow here because I need to get to, let's go with 99%. You see nothing? Good, good. Do I have the setting enabled for weight limitation? Yes, trailer fill limit on. Okay, so I don't know what the weight limit is on this trailer, and I don't know how that's going to compare against the wheat, so we're just going to have to find out. Unfortunately, the weight numbers are very hidden as well, so I can't easily see how much weight grain is going to take up, or how much weight the trailer can hold, anything like that. So a little bit unfortunate that those numbers are hidden. this is the normal speed, 10 kph, kind of tiny, kind of small speed numbers. I can go double that, more than double that with 22 kph with mod. And all the mod does is it unlocks the enforced limitation of speed. So the harvester itself can go 22 kph and then 10 if it's harvesting. And the mod just cuts off that limit, and the harvester still needs to be able to run whatever at the speed. So if I had a bigger header on this, it might not be able to do it as quickly. I think I might need to stop midway through this, but I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I gotta stop. Okay. This is my first time using this new trailer. Bought this on sale quite a while back and had a hard time getting it home. But now it's home and it's being used finally. This is a good thing. Go. I don't like how they do the little straw poots at the end. Like you wait for it to let it all out, and you get yourself all turned around, ready to go for the next run, and then randomly, as you're in someone else's field, it's like, boop, I had a little bit of straw left. One time I had it wait until I parked it in the garage, and then it hooted at the end, right outside the garage. It's difficult cleaning up after these things. What are you gonna do? Wild farm machines? They're gonna poot wherever they want. See? There it goes again. Random dumping in another field. Why are you doing that? I just took you outside. Why are you letting it out on the floor? Oops. I filled up. Thankfully, it didn't run over the crops, as it would have if it were my field. Whoops. Didn't do that. Didn't do it. Ah, okay, good. So you're done. And let's double check on the field. Yep, fully planted, ready to go. Okay, so that should be done. This needs to be readjusted. Ah. Alright, trailer's full. Trailer is full. Okay, so let's pause this thing right here. So the trailer's weight is full at 54%. So this is the kind of thing that we need to worry about with the weight limitation, is we can't carry some of the heavier stuff at the full load. If this were something like straw, it'd be able to fill up max all the way, no problem. But we are taking this to the farmer's market, I believe. Yeah. Good to know this tractor has at least enough power to pull it. Can't quite pull it full speed. Or rather, it takes a while to get up to full speed, but it can. But I do need another bigger tractor. I think I'm going to wait for a sale. Tractors are probably not the best thing to get on sale because they come kind of pre-beat up. But it's either that or spend a lot of money on full price tractor. Not entirely sure which I want to do at the moment. At $62,000, I can't really afford a massive tractor anyway. I don't know if I need massive though. I think I need somewhere around 200 horsepower for now. Because this is 170 doing me just fine. But I think I need to be able to ramp up in size a little bit. Yeah, this way. So this is about half the field, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, about half the field. So I should be able to dump this whole thing without worrying about going over, but I do want to keep the leftovers because we can use that for selling, or we can use that for chickens, or maybe delve into flour production. Ooh, this guy struggles a little bit getting up a hill. Definitely need an oomfier tractor. Tractor with a little bit more gusto. Okay, so let's see. Can I change how this tips? Back grain door. Back grain door. Let's do grain door. Yeah, like that. And if I turn it off, 8% transport. Okay. So let's switch that to full speed dump. 29%. So I think we can just drop the rest of this load, and the next load we're going to have to be more careful about how much we dump. So 53%. So that was 16,000 grain at 53%. So another 14,000 or so, and then the rest will be mine to keep, I believe. Hi. What would you like? And don't say snacks. I can't help you with that. Howdy, Ace. Welcome. How you doing? Okay. Get under here and not whack the arm this time. There we go. Ooh. Totally forgot. I got a new octopus thing. So this is my previous one. The happy octopus that flips inside out to the not so happy octopus. And now I have a not so happy octopus that flips inside out to a raging mad octopus. And I love him. I love his little face. Okay. Nope, not that button. This button. There we go. Alright, we're zooming. What? Did the poot again. Did the poot twice. Stop pooting. Yeah, I think this is gonna make it to the end. That'd be nice. Yep, just barely. Alright, good. Gives me at least a moment to turn around. Well, that's an unfortunate placement. Alright, I need you. I don't understand what you're talking about, Smooth Agent. I am confused? Question mark? That almost didn't fit under there because of the hill that I created for myself. Okay, good. Alright, we're getting there, almost done. Oh, that's what you're calling me a witch for. I got it. I can't help it if the octopus has magical face changing and color changing properties. I mean, generally people don't scream witch in a pleasant way, so you never know. This one's going to be an emptying pass, so I'm going to go on this side. Oops. I'm going to turn the wheel correctly this time. Here we go. Gila, calm yourself, sir. Looking at the yield on this, I might not be getting back, or I might not be getting to keep as much as I'd like, which is fine. But I was kind of hoping for multiple thousand. It looks like we're going to get maybe 1,000 or 2,000, something like that. We'll have to see, but it's not looking like a lot. But we do get all the straw, which is good. Debating on pulling that with my bigger baler instead of the tiny little bitty baler, because I have fewer bales to work with, but I don't know yet. I want to test to see if the bigger baler can do straw, because if it can, then I don't necessarily need the smaller one. So it might be a thing to consider. Okay, we're good. See about finishing this run. I do believe I'm going to have to do another a third trailer load. It's going to be like a tiny partial load, but it'll be fine. Alright, so this is the last pass. We'll get it all in. I don't think this will all fit in the trailer though. So what I could do is I could fit as much as I can in the trailer, and whatever's left in the harvester can stay here until I make that run to the cellar and see. I might be able to just keep whatever's in here, and then I can just dump it straight into my silo. That'd be nice. Okay, so let's dump what I can. Which is apparently all of it. Alright. Well, never mind then. Let's get this thing put away. So yeah, I'm gonna get to keep maybe 2,000, if my numbers are right. It's definitely not a lot. At least not nearly as much as the silage job payouts. But again, the straw is gonna make up for that as well. So that's the next step, is baling all that straw. The price of wheat currently is about as low as it can go, so I definitely don't want to sell if I can help it. It's actually really handy that they give you a silo to start off with. I know in previous maps they also gave you a silo to start off with, but they also started you off with like a crazy amount of actual material. So this time they start you off with an empty silo, which I think is a nice step forward. It's amazing how much help it is though to be able to save the goods to sell when the price is good. And having the graph that actually works is very handy. Alright, I'm going to sell a bulk of this with the regular tip, and then I'm going to switch to the grain door to save as much as I can for myself. Alright, so we're currently on tip back. So I should be able to tip and untip 70%. Finished. Oh, that finished a lot quicker than I expected. Alright, well, I get to keep 8,100. And I even accidentally sold a little bit. I'll take it. Yeah, I was expecting when it said, you know, 53% delivered, I was expecting the other 50 or 47% to be what I had to deliver, but I think it was counting the percentage including the work required to harvest the field, which was probably in the neighborhood of 25 to 30%. So that's why that percentage ticked up a lot faster than I expected. Hey, Gizmo, what you doing? What are you getting into? But I am pleasantly surprised at how much I get to keep. Again, they're most likely going to change this. They didn't really tell us what they were going to change. They just said payouts from jobs are higher than expected, enjoy it while it lasts. So I don't know if that's actual cash payouts and they're going to lower the actual payments for doing work, or if they were talking about the harvesting overage. Because I know right now, harvesting, spraying, and fertilizing are the only jobs that are really worth doing. Plowing and cultivating are not worth doing because they just take so damn long with so little payout. Sowing is alright, but again, pretty low time to money ratio. So I'm curious what they're going to lower. You aren't grinding enough. Grind more. Yeah, I wonder about that. Because, like, if they're going to make it so that contracts aren't worth doing, then they're not worth having in the game. If they're trying to balance it to make it comparable to working your own field, then great. Then you can kind of do whatever the hell you want. Right now, I like it because they're a good alternate source of income during all of these various months where you can't do anything. There's so many things that you can't do, at least when you've got seasons enabled, because you have to wait for specific crops, you have to wait for your crops to grow. There's just a lot of waiting to be done. So I like the contracts and I like having the thing to do, but if they're going to make it so they're not worth doing, then I don't know. Gotta diversify my fields, I guess. Alright, we're just gonna park you right about there. Oops. Wedge you against the barn accidentally. There you go. You're fine. So, before I do anything else, I'm just gonna leave that there. This needs to be moved. That's fine. I'll park you here, where the barn used to be. I think one of my next priorities, actually I think my next priority is going to be a tractor, about 200 horsepower, that can have a front loader, because I want to stop doing these things by hand. And I think, as a little bit of a self-handicap, because I did all of this is so much freaking money. I think my handicap is going to be I can't sell any of this until I have the tools to work it. Like right now, I cannot lift this stuff by hand. It's just too damn heavy. So I need to have something like a forklift or an auto bale loader or something. I think that's going to be my self-imposed handicap for all of this cash that I've got laying around. Because if we do the math on this, we've got, let's see, 14. Hang on, I can do this. 14, 20, 35, 35 bales at 3,500 each, 3,500 liters. So that's 35 times 3,500 is 122,000. And then over here we have 25 bales at 6,000 liters each. Plus times 25, 272,500. And if we times that by 0.6, this is $163,000 worth of silage sitting here between these two piles, give or take, depending on the sale prices. So that is a lot of cash output from doing those silage jobs. And that's why I want to put that handicap on myself, because I went overboard. I worked a little bit too hard over the weekend, and I stole all of their extra cash. So when I can afford that tractor that has a front loader on it, that's when I will be able to move those goods. And I don't even have a trailer that I can really put all that stuff into, so that's going to be another problem to solve. I've got my little red trailer, but that's not nearly good enough. So, looking at sales, nothing worth buying at the moment. This is nice, but no, that's fine. This is all fine. Okay. So, I think it's time to go the next day. Unless there's a contract waiting for me. Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'm dumb. I was going to do my baling. So let's go do the baling. I almost forgot about that. So I was going to use this baler. I believe it's got greenery in it. No, it's only got a little bit of greenery. That's fine. If it were a lot, I might try to figure out how to fill it up, but losing that much is fine. Okay, so let's get started. Can I change bale size? No, this one's just a one-size baler. Okay, that's fine. And this is not going to wrap it, I don't think, because it's not a bale that should be wrappable. So I think it's just going to chill. Yep, alright. So we're just going to dump those off. I could put them in piles of 2, but meh. I would like to get a square baler at some point, because these round ones that have to take all the extra movements and stopping to unload and all that stuff, those are they don't make me happy. I like the square ones that can just poop out endless poops of square poop. I like them a lot better. guess I could do that on the move. Let's try that out next time. Because I have to stop once it gets to the point of dumping out the bale out of the back, but then I can start moving again while it's doing all of its various animations. So now I have to stop, and as soon as that's out, then I can go, and then I can hit Y to drop that off on the run. It's a little bit faster, takes a little bit more mental coordination. Are you pooping square poops? You may be a wombat. See your doctor today. That didn't pick up. Interesting. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, good. The only problem with going so fast is I end up overshooting quite a bit, as it takes just a bit to slow down. Oh, I didn't get it all. Nope, didn't get it all. You gonna pick it up? You gonna not cooperate? Fine. Be that way. Good night, Smooth Agent. Thanks for hanging out. Right, we're gonna have to come back and pick up some of the stuff. It's fine. We're gonna have a lot of bales. don't know if I can get that stuff out there, but we're gonna try. It got pooped a little bit too far out. But, hey, that's good. Can't get the tiny little poops that happen in this field, but that's fine. Irrelevant little poops. Alright, so we have tiny little bits that I haven't collected yet, but it should be fine. Once I get near the end here, I might switch over to the square baler, because I need this thing free for grass, and I don't know exactly how much it can convert over. Like I know over some random percentage, it will continue the stuff that was in there previously, something like 50% or whatever. If it's under a certain percent, it will convert to whatever the new material is that you're picking up. So I had 500 grass in here, it immediately converted to straw because there just wasn't enough grass to matter. But if I had, 2,000 grass in there, it might have stayed grass and then we would have had a grass bale. I just don't know how that conversion works out. Oh, okay. No, not their straw. My straw. My straw. That bit, and I collect that bit, and I collect that bit. I can't collect that bit easily. This bit, that bit, that bit, that bit. And I collect this bit. I forgot that little bit. That one I forgot actually because there's a little bit of a bug with the swaths that happens with straw, grass, etc. And it will refuse to draw part of it, so you can't see it from certain angles. A little bit weird. a whole lot of straw bales. I like it. I gotta move them all. That's a problem. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but still, it's a problem. Go get that tiny little bit before I forget. Where are you hiding? There you are. So this is what I mean when I say it's bugged. Looks fine from this angle, but from this angle it's barely visible because it's missing drawing half of it. Sometimes I've seen that on entire rows, which just looks weird. It looks like the row is cut down the middle. The incessant beeping is the other reason I don't like the round balers. Because they're just obnoxious. Aside from the having to stop every once in a while to unload them, they just beep, 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 endless beeps, all of the beeps forever, beeping, must keep beeping. It beeps when it's like 90% full, something like that. What do you mean so often I don't notice? It never stops beeping. I notice it all the time. Just beep, 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 all of the beeps forever, beeping. Get all good. Probably another 2 or so round bales. I had these 2 swaths here, maybe 4, but I might stop at 2 or 3, just so that, oops, so I can keep this thing empty of straw. Tiniest little poop got missed. Probably should look to see how much those poops are worth. They might not even be worth the time to go pick them up. Alright, should we do one more? One more will be fine. Yeah, one more is good. Okay. So that goes there. And I gotta do these side swaths here. Alright, let's take this one back, and then we'll go get the small square baler to finish off the rest, so this thing can stay empty. I am Spiritus. Hello, welcome. I am doing fine. How are you? Well, I did not. I did not back that up properly at all. There we go. Okay. So let's get this over there. Do some small square bales. I am enjoying FS22. Had a good long run in 19 and enjoying picking up and checking out all the new features. I love the lift on that. Just a little bitty doot, 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 doot. It's kind of the saddest little thing. This thing has a wide pickup though. It's got a much wider pickup than a lot of the other ones. Zoom zoom. Zoom zoom. So many little square poops. Okay, so that's it. Off, unload. That's why I like the square balers. They're just really fast at making bales and you don't have to stop, they just drop off the end. So I do want a square baler at some point. I had a lot of fun making those square bales over there. So I think I do want a full square baler and silage wrapper. Yes, national speed baling. Very different from the national speed balling competition. Very, very different. Where did I park my red trailer? Where are you, red trailer? Ah, I left it in the barn. Now we gotta pick all this crap up. let's do the squares first. I don't think I want to be very precise with this because I'm going to be stacking them against my silo. So this will be fine. I missed. Okay, so that'll do. Strap those down. And we need to start picking up round bales. I don't really have a method to this madness. So we're just gonna pick them up. We're gonna put them in until they don't fit anymore. Then we're gonna go empty. We'll just run. Oh, come on. Come on. Let me throw. Okay, fine. As soon as I get the equipment to not have to huck bales around, I'm gonna not huck bales around. It'll be delightful. Stop it. Now the question is, can I fit another layer on top? Will they stick? Yeah, they'll stick just fine. Good. That just means I can pick up 2 more. That's about as many as I can fit in here. Then we'll have to go back and put them in the yard. Let me guess, the price on straw is not good this time of year. Nope, it is not good this time of year. Alright, we're just gonna go store it then. I don't have anywhere great to store it. I know they're technically supposed to be under wraps or something, but I don't have anything like that, so we're just gonna do it here. We're gonna do it right here. I'm gonna put you right there. And unwrap you. Hey, Clark Kent was a farmer. He was a farmer. He should know how to do these things. That didn't work at all. My depth perception is horrible in this game. Hmm. Hmm. Fine, 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 fine. Take him out. There we go. There. I'm gonna have so much straw to sell. I gotta do all the round bales. Oh god. Okay. We're doing it. That didn't work at all. None of this is working. So I did notice that they changed the physics a little bit. The physics are a little bit better on bales now, and they stick a little bit better. They've got a little bit more friction to them. So what that ends up meaning is that they stick to each other a lot, which is fine, and it's generally acceptable. But every once in a while, I try to move a bale, and it just rubs the wrong way against another bale, and they all just collapse because they're frictioning a little bit too hard. We gotta be a little bit careful with the bales. Whoop, that was the trailer. That was not the bale. This is not the prettiest stack. They all kind of wiggled a little bit unexpectedly, but it's fine. Yes, just pick up the trailer and shake them all out. They'll land somewhere, I'm sure. Alright, let's try my other stacking method. Let's put you about there. Close enough. And just smash a bale on the side of the trailer. Good thing I've been remembering to tie them down. Good think I've been mostly tying them down. Meh. Stop sticking. Stop sticking. There you go. Definitely a better stack than laying them sideways and hoping that they don't roll onto each other. Close enough. Alright. And then these last two will just have to go on top. Assuming I can reach. There we go. I'm feeling personally attacked. I don't know what to make of that. All right, job done. Job done. So that was only 5,000 payout for the job, or 3,000, 3,500 for the job itself. But we got probably about 10 grand, if not more, in leftover materials. See, the problem with making a tower on the trailer is that that tends to make everything fall over, and I don't wanna. So, let's see. Let's finish this little pile, this little pyramid. And then maybe we stack them up, the rest of them like this, in front there. Perfect. Nope, that's not. Nope. 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 Oh. I lost the game. Yes, if the neighbors aren't using your hay bale stack as a navigation point, are you even trying? Oh, that was nice. Hey. I'd say they did pretty good with the physics this time around. Considering you can pick up a bale, and then you can juggle another bale that's on top of it. That's pretty good. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. There we go. Not the prettiest of stacking, but it'll do until I sell it. It'll be fine. So let's take a look quick at the chickens. They are fine. They are just fine. Okay. So let me double check everything. This field is 100% fertilized, just waiting to get something put into it. And then this field is sunflower or soybeans, and this field is oilseed radish. So it just needs to sprout until tomorrow, then we can cultivate it in. So let's do that. Double check, make sure we're all good. Yep, everything's peachy keen. Tomorrow is a potential canola plant, but I don't think I want to. Yeah, I don't think I want to. So I'm trying to figure out the planting cycle and how this could pan out. Because if I plant barley in September, I would harvest it in June, and then I could potentially plant canola after that, but then I would be harvesting it in July and August. Then I could do wheat or barley. So these ones cycle through. The wheat, barley, canola, they all cycle through. And then down here, the oat through sorghum all kind of cycle through on their own as well. So they're out of sync, and you can't really easily make them in sync without letting your field sit for multiple seasons doing nothing. That's the only thing I'm not liking about the seasons as much, because I know if you turn off seasons you can plant whatever whenever. But I kind of want to stick with it, see if I can figure it out. I just don't know an easy answer to this yet. So for right now, I'm stuck with wheat, barley, canola, oat, soybean, and sorghum. Those are kind of the ones that I have to stick with, because the other ones require planters, different planters, and different harvester headers, or different harvester methods altogether. So I can't do some of these. So that leaves me with planting canola, wheat, or barley. I've got a little field to do that did barley last, so I don't want to do barley again in that one. Because I'm trying to cycle through my fields a little bit. So that field is ready to plant, so I could plant canola in there, but it's a very small field. It's not really gonna put out enough canola to matter. So maybe I cycle in the small field with all the others and have them all planted at the same time, and these two can do bigger crops. I don't know. This little field, I think I might need to turn that into some building, an animal enclosure or something like that, because it's just too small to really do much with. It's fine for starting, but you're only going to get maybe a couple $1,000 off of it each harvest. So I've got 44 that I can plant something in, and then 50 will be ready to plant soon. It's July right now. August, I'm going to be cultivating up the oilseed radish. And then I could do a wheat or a barley. Wheat is always a solid option for actual harvest. I do note that we could do, let's see, wheat. Yeah, this is really set up so you just keep cycling through wheat over and over and over again. Because once you've planted wheat in here, it's stuck at wheat until August, or July or August, and you can't do anything else with it except for maybe canola. So yeah, those three definitely have to cycle through, or you have to let your fields go for a season or so, which is fine. Not the worst thing in the world. So maybe, let's see, we've got 3 fields of soybeans going, so maybe we could do oats next. Kind of in all of the fields, maybe, or sorghum. Sorghum would be an option too. I have no idea. I don't know what I want to do. But for right now, let's do the next day, and then we can figure out more. So let's do that. Okay, so we have another day. We have that field done. We're going to have to go do the cultivation. That was a little bit rough, but that's fine. It's fine. Alright, so the header on this is pretty slim because the trees and the creek, so really have to go across a couple times this way first, kind of like I did with the I don't remember. I did something, I'm sure, but it's fine, we're doing it. Did I get it yet? Alright, let's work with that for a bit while I look at see what's happening. So canola's ready to plant now, but I don't think I want to. My understanding is that canola is actually a kind of a poor money crop. Might be better if I could turn it into oil or something like that, but base money, it's just not, doesn't have really high output. Let's see. This field that I'm working on right now could do with another round of oilseed radish, so we could do that, and then maybe do wheat next, perhaps. Or I could take my time and get this field ready for oats, Maybe we just do a really big oat harvest. Maybe sorghum. I haven't done sorghum. And sorghum actually harvests early enough that you could do wheat immediately after it. Either way, this needs to be done first, and that is doing the fertilization step. Zoom! And let's take a look at this. We have a cheap cultivating to do. 37 is fairly close by. We could probably go do that without too much problem. Might as well accept it. Sure, why not? Alright, let's take a look at the sales for today. We do have a new harvester. Also a very sizable disc harrow. 9.5 meter working width, but it also requires a 360 horsepower tractor, so that's not happening anytime soon. And this is an animal trailer? What is this? Yeah. Looks like an animal trailer. Yeah. So I don't need that anytime soon. This is a pretty nice harvester, but I can't really afford it at the moment. And I kind of don't want to do John Deere, honestly. They make nice vehicles, but they're also kind of a terrible company. And I don't really like the style of the vehicles. Okay, let's see. What was I going to do? Oh, right, prices. Let's look at prices. Straw, so we're currently in August. Straw is not ready for sale. Silage is not ready for sale. Hay is not ready for sale. Neither eggs. And honey. None of them are ready good for sale. Okay. No, the game is not that realistic. They do let you repair your own John Deere machine. But yeah, that's part of the reason that they're a pretty crap company. Is that refusal for farmers to have right to repair on their own machines. The hacky lockdowns to prevent people from touching their own machines. Very Apple in nature. And it's not cool. Not cool. Hello, Mila. So let's grab the other tractor and get this thing seeding right behind this one. Oop. There we go. Oh no, we're gonna have a crash. Or, I'm gonna be smart and stop. Carry on, sir. Oh, that's right. They have to get themselves aligned first. There we go. Should give them plenty of turnaround space. All right. Oh, I see a thing. Collectibles. 7 more water trailers and 8 more pigs to be found. Apparently there's 10 each of, I think, 10 different ones at $1,000 a pop, so that should be 100,000 worth of collectibles in this entire map. Not huge. I know Hot Bale Run has something like 1 million worth of collectibles. Not a big deal, but fun to grab occasionally. Let's see, do they have any under this bridge? No. Okay. I think there was one bridge along one of these streams that has collectibles under it. I think I remember seeing it while I was making my videos. No. 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 Not here. Okay. This one? Nope. Not that one either. Definitely not this bridge. Nothing under there. I like this cute little footbridge though. Okay. Did you just... He did just. A jerk. He just cultivated over my previous seeded crop. Fine. I'll do it my damn self. Because I can't trust these guys to do the job properly. Watch me fuck it up at some point too. I'm gonna have to reseed that top row though, because my dude here screwed it up. Oops, I didn't even finish that row. Actually, that guy might eventually come back and notice those aren't seated. And he might do it. We'll have to see. So even though this tractor is old and decrepit, it's gonna stay in the fleet. I'm gonna keep using it for stuff. I do notice it's no longer in the red after I repaired it. So I wonder if doing a repair actually does get rid of that long-term damage. But I thought that was something that was going to stick around permanently. Apparently not. And why you know... There we go. There we go. Now I've got to line up properly too, like a worker. How lame. I think I missed a spot. It's fine, I'll have to come back anyway. Just a hair too wide. I didn't do it right. So that spot right there, they've got it set up so that it doesn't have any more greenery on it, so it still looks like dirt, but it's got stuff in it. And I've seen that a couple times where you go to harvest and it looks like you did it all, but you didn't quite do it all. And I don't know exactly what the cause of that is, but I think part of it is their attempt at offsetting the greenery so that it's more randomized. I think that's causing it to not be on the spot where it's actually relevant. So the greenery that's on this spot was removed by going over a different area. And that's how far removed the greenery is from their spot that's technically valid. So I don't know if they can fix that, if they're planning on fixing that. Might just be a thing that we have to worry about and pay attention to. Alright, this one's done. Now we can take this over to 37, which is straight across the way over here. Didn't do it. Don't worry about that. So I don't know where I want to expand next. I've been kind of working on taking over this little block here, but do I want to continue eastward and pick up these, or do I want to go across the stream and pick up these? It's going to take a little bit of money and effort to pick these up because they're quite pricey, but not too terrible. I don't know. A lot of indecision on this. Ultimately, I think I'd like to have all of it, but I said the same thing when I did Ravenport, and that didn't end up happening, so I don't know. We'll have to see if a modded map comes along that strikes my fancy, because that's kind of what got me off of Ravenport, was a modded map that called to me. So I ended up selling everything on Ravenport and transferring the funds over to the new map. And I'll probably end up doing that a bit as well, just to keep a variety of scenery. But I want to, at the very least, enjoy enough of this scenery first. And so far there's only one modded map, and it doesn't call to me. At least on the official mod hub. Still exploring mods on other sites, finding out what's legit and what's not. Turns out there isn't much that's very legit. There are a handful of mods or modded maps out there right now. I know a couple of the big-time map modders have submitted their maps, so now it's just up to Giants to actually do the testing and approval phase. There's a couple out there that have been put on non-official sites that I've been able to track down, but I haven't looked too closely into them. One of them is an expansion of this map that just makes this map bigger and I guess more detailed. Not sure exactly, but nothing's really standing out to me just yet. And this map is just fine. I'm enjoying it well enough. It's got quite a few pretty elements to it. Hot Bale Run we're doing on our multiplayer world, so I won't need to do a single player run for that one. Erlengrat I need to figure out. I like it, it's pretty, but it's also kind of sparse. Because they set it up so that half the map is rolling hills with forest and grass, which makes it really difficult to work with. So I'm not entirely sure how to work that map. Show yourself. Farming in Narnia. That'd be kind of neat. There's some really fantastical maps. There were definitely some interesting maps in 19 that I never got a chance to play with. There was one that the fields were just freaking ginormous, meant as like a multiplayer map. Like on that one of the smaller fields is like this entire freaking area here. So there's definitely some semi-unrealistic maps out there. I'm curious which modders are going to stick around and who's going to crop out of the woodwork to make new maps. But I doubt we're going to get unrealistic maps. A lot of the map makers are heavily into realism and replicating existing locations. I don't remember seeing any fantastical locations in any of the other games. I'm not sure how that'd pan out. Really hard to ponder the idea of driving a tractor through Narnia. It just doesn't mentally fly with me. Farm Central Park? That would be interesting. The whole concept behind it is that you've been given land rights to Central Park to do with as you will. And on all of the edges of the map you just see the the giant buildings blocking your view from all directions. And you've got like a semi-realistic layout of Central Park with all the trees and the walkways and stuff, and you gotta convert it into working farmland. That would be neat. Quite frankly, we should do something like that. Central Park and other locations in the real world, we should do that. Turn them into farmland so we can have some local produce. Stop some reliance on global farming. But you know that if that did happen, someone would like take a dump in the water supply or come in the middle of the night and destroy all the crops. Because people are just not nice. Alright, this contract's done. And if I go complete it, done. It's been turned. Here we go. Do we have any more contracts? Cheap fertilizing. Sowing. 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 Cup of cultivating. This would be kind of nice. 10 grand, 20 grand to sow. That's field 68 and 39. So 39 is that one back there. That long one. I don't know if the sowing ones work. I haven't done it. Because you don't get any output from it. But all you gotta do is pay for seed, which is generally pretty cheap. So I don't know. I don't know if the sowings are worth it. Maybe I'll leave them on there and do them in my off time. Although I kind of want to try one right now. Alright. Did he do the sowing in that spot? Oh, he did. He did. Good for him. He finished off the job that the other guy screwed up. Good job. This way. Oilseed radish, all the way across the board. Oilseed radish. Perfect. Good, good. And you finished your job. Good. Good. I will need this pretty soon, so let's just turn it off, leave that as it is there. Get you brought back in, and then I'm going to do those sewing contracts and see how those turn out. Probably the two big ones, the little ones probably aren't worth doing. Might be. Not sure. Guess it kind of depends on how much seed goes into it, and if I can use the big ones on the little contracts. I was able to do that for the spraying, but I wasn't able to do that for... I don't remember. There was one that I wasn't able to use the other contract's equipment for a different contract. But I was able to do it for plowing. I was able to do it for fertilizing, I think. I know I was able to do it for spraying. So maybe as long as you're using other contract equipment for contracts, it doesn't matter. I know if I tried to use a contracted equipment for my work, it wouldn't let me. So maybe that's what I was remembering. Who knows? Alright, so all my fields are ready as they can be. We've got soybeans due in 2 months. Hello. 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 Hi. Hello. So I guess the question is, do I want to pause here and do the sowing contracts? Or do we want to zoom ahead and do the soybean harvest? Actually, I probably shouldn't do anything right now because it's late. So in that case then, I'm going to pause here and then we're going to do the soybean next time. I'm going to start off one of these. Let's see, which one do I want? I want this one. This one. So we'll borrow this one. And then we'll accept this one. 39 and 68. So 39's here. 68 is actually very close to it, so that's good. And then the other ones, 37 and 61. Canola and canola. They're all going to get canola. Every damn one of them is going to be planting canola. Alright, 61's here. 38's here. 37, sorry. 37. Right here. The one I just did. Why did I even have to ask? So I will probably end up doing all of those in my spare time, but let's go ahead and start. So I borrowed the equipment for 68. We're going to try it immediately on 39 and see if that works. Big old red tractor. Alright, get you set to canola right away. And then we buy a bunch of seed. That was probably way too much seed, but we'll see. I don't know how it's going in there. I don't think the lid is going to open up until I unfold it. But it's fine. It's working. Alright, I got 4,000 seed. Not quite enough to fill it, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, nice tractor. I like that tractor. Check the sales. Nope. At some point these I think are going to cycle through midday, but I don't know for sure. Alright, so we're going to 39, so I need to take the last left here. And just double check. 39. Canola. 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 All of the canola. So this is the equipment for 68, and it will tell me pretty quickly whether or not I can use this on 39. Works just fine. Good, good. Good, good. Of course, I'm going to miss some, because I'm not used to this thing. But it's fine, because it's not my field, so as long as I get their 99 required % or whatever, they'll finish the rest on their own. Alright, I'm going to speed this thing up, because it can speed up as much as I care to. Zoom zoom. On this we have ridge marker that does that. So that you know where to park yourself in the center. Never knew what ridge markers did before, but now I know. Let me just do this. Good, good. I think there's a thing about ridge markers pulling up rocks, but they might have fixed that in the last patch. Because it was kind of sort of counting as cultivating the field, which is dredging up rocks. I'm not sure if it's doing that right now, because I think there's already rocks in the field, so it'd be hard to tell. Alright, the sign's gonna get screwed. Bonk. Yep. Yeah, this shouldn't take too terribly long. But I'm gonna turn off the ridge markers and I'm gonna let that worker do it. And we're gonna leave it at that. So we did some zombies earlier today, and now we're doing some farming. But that will be it for tonight. Tomorrow should be more farming with multiplayer. So that'll be fun. And then my Wednesday is free, so I think I want to do a new game. I've got one planned. So I'll do a vote in Discord because there's one of 2 possible new games, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Oh, that almost bounced up onto the train. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, Mycroft, thanks for hanging out. Anyone who's still lurking out there, thank y'all for coming. Thank you for any subs and follows that I might have missed, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.